Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Henry from Tech Daddy Videos, and today we're going to be talking about bestsellers on Amazon. So we want to make sure that we are looking at bestsellers because that's exactly what they are. They are bestsellers. So um, when you're looking at bestsellers, you're kind of looking at products that sell constantly, sell most of the time. That's why they are bestsellers. So we want to make sure that um, we look at those to start. If you're just starting out brand new on Amazon and you are a new seller, then you want to make sure that you sell the right product. I mean, that's the whole idea, is to sell the right product and constantly continue to sell and sell over and over and over again. The whole idea is to get your product to the #1 page. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get this product into um, the first page of your whatever product that you're selling. If you're selling a particular item, you want to make sure that that's #1, or getting close to it. So in order to do that, you have to continue to sell that product over and over and over again. So welcome to my Monday night live Q&A. And I do this every Monday night. And so I am here live doing this Monday night for you guys, answering your. Sorry about that, guys. For some reason, my signal is extremely low. So I'm going to get interruptions and find out that. Sorry, just turn my light on here. You guys can see me a little better. Um, but as I was saying before, bestsellers is what you want to do. Bestsellers where you want to go. Kind of take a look at that, and you want to kind of get into the subcategories. The subcategories can give you a lot of good information. When you find a best product, go into the subcategories and just continue to keep going down lower and lower in the subcategories, and you're going to find out there's a lot less competition when you do that. For example, go into like something like industrial or arts and craft, where those categories are going to be very lucrative, very uh, good to good to sell in those categories, because you're not going to have a whole lot of competition as opposed to like beauty or home and garden. So you want to make sure that you get into um, those particular categories that are less competitive. For example, industrial is a very non-competitive um, area to kind of go in right now, just because there's more people interested in selling, and like I said, in beauty or home and personal care. So you want to make sure that uh, when you're just starting out, you're going to have a better chance of selling more products when you go out there and sell these products in a less competitive market, such as industrial. And I like to look at um, industrial, and I like to look at the subcategories in industrial, because you're going to find out that there's a lot of good products, and there's not a whole lot of people that are selling as opposed to those other categories. And uh, when you do your searches, just look at the searches on top, right there on the upper left hand corner, and you'll see how many people are actually um, in that category itself. And so you could be competing against 30,000 people, you can be competing against 15,000 people, and that makes a huge difference, because the BSR ranking, the bestseller rank, is going to be less competitive, say in industrial or appliances, than it is in beauty. You're going to have better chances to rank higher in those categories, such as appliances, such as industrial, where um, you could sell. 20 units, and that could bring you a lot lower in your BSR ranking. We're saying, say, 2,000 in a ranking, as opposed to um, beauty, where if you sold 20 units a day, then you would be more in the 100,000 as far as ranking. So it does make a huge difference, and that's what you want to do. Is you want to be in that category to where you're able to say, okay, I'm selling 20 units a day, but I'm selling more because there's less competition. And that's what you kind of have to look out for. You know, that's just one of the things that you want to kind of look out for. And, you know, it helps you out, especially if you're just brand new and you're just learning how to sell and stuff like that. So, what's up there, Eduardo? For those of you, like I said, that have any questions for tonight, feel free to put them in chat and let me know in chat. I apologize, my stream uh, went off for a second, but now it's seems like it's doing pretty good. So put your questions in chat. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you guys, and you know, do what I do best. So um, okay, so let's see who's on actually. Eduardo, Alex, what's up there, Alex? Alex says, what is your take on setting up sales tax in Amazon? Do I just for CA for a CA seller? I take it for California. And if so, what about Nexus tax? Well, Nexus tax you don't have to worry about. Hold on one second here. Nexus tax you really don't have to worry about because Amazon does Nexus tax. So let me kind of explain to you guys the taxes, okay? I'm not a tax expert. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't give tax advice. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you, say, for example, you set up your seller's account, okay? And you have your seller's account number. So you put that in your back office, okay? So you can start charging sales tax for your state. Well, Amazon has what they call a Nexus program. And the Nexus program basically is you send your product. For example, I'm in California. I send my product to New York, okay, out of state. The Nexus program basically means that Amazon doesn't get charged sales tax or anything from that state if they are out there putting the inventory in that state. So, for example, if I'm in California and I send my products here to California into Amazon's FBA program, California could charge them a sales tax. Well, Amazon has a lot of products. So therefore, what they do is they may tell you to send your products to the Midwest or the East Coast if you're selling in California. Sometimes if the item is small enough and the quantity is low enough, they will have you send it to the closest place. But what they do is they put your stuff in reserve because they want to get that product and send it out to different states. So for example, I'm in Los Angeles, so I send my products out to Rialto, okay? The Rialto FBA. So I send it there, which is only like a few miles from me. Then what happens is my stuff doesn't become available for like a week later. What they're doing is they're basically getting all these products and spreading them out somewhere else. For example, Nevada. Some may go to New York. Some may go to Florida. And when they do that, they avoid taxes. They avoid paying the taxes. But the question that you're asking is, do you have control over the Nexus taxes? No, you don't. You have control over selling your product. So here's the second situation. You're in California. I'm in California. I sell to somebody in California. I sell to somebody in California. I am charging them a sales tax because we are covering the same state. So there's no avoidance on that. You have to charge that sales tax. So the little number that you get from the seller's central or from your seller's permit, you put that into your seller's central so you could charge taxes for your state. And then also they do charge taxes in several other states also. And you may get charged for that. But it's a good way to keep inventory of products that have been sold in your state, and then you report that to uh, your state taxes, so that the government basically, and you file those taxes and say I charged sales tax for how many sales I did all just in California itself. Hopefully that explains that to you, and it's just a vague explanation, but it's hopefully you got it. Okay, and so um, the Nexus program is throughout all of Amazon. It's just something for them to sit there and go, well, I'm not going to be charged for every single item of sales tax if I keep my inventory in another state. So hopefully that helps out. Benny Oliveras, what's up there, Benny? Chris, what's up there, Chris? Hey, Henry, good to see you. Good to see you too, Chris. Welcome aboard. Steve, what's up there, Steve? Alex, sure, thanks. Is sales tax rate the same for all products in California? Good question. Yes, I believe it is. Don't quote me on it, but I think it is. I think we're the second highest as far as charging for sales tax as opposed to like New York. I think New York is up there. We're at a I think it's a 9.75% sales tax. I'm not sure. That may even be a little high for it may be a little less than I think it's 9.25. I'm not sure. I haven't really checked it. I'm sure if I asked my tax accountant, he'd tell me right away. But I don't really worry about sales taxes, and that kind of tells you where I'm at on sales taxes. I don't worry about that because we're charging them for them anyway, and Amazon's already has and knows what the sales tax is. So I believe it is the same for a lot of products itself. I can't see it being different. So it is really, really windy outside. I'm hoping that I do not lose a connection tonight or my internet goes out. So I'm kind of hoping that I'm able to stay on for the whole hour. So appreciate the questions. Benny, what's up there, Benny? Benny says, how can you change your item category? Good question. It is very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult to change your item category once you put it in. Usually, Amazon will put it in a category and then they put it in subcategories. So when they do that and they put it into subcategories, then you kind of have no control over that. You basically have to call them and let them know that, for example, if they made a mistake, and usually they don't, because usually the item that's there it's in a certain category that you can only put it into. Sometimes I tell my members, yes, if you want to put a beauty product in say industrial, for example, what you want to do is you want to put the word industrial in there in your title, or commercial in your title. So commercial grade, it could be something like an industrial grade, commercial grade hair dryer. So when you do that, you kind of separate that particular hair dryer from all the other beauty products because it's commercially made or is made for commercial use. Guess what I'm trying to say. So you want to put that in your title, and that kind of helps because it's an argument that you could say, well, this product is for commercial use, for beauticians, mainly for beauticians, and that's it. Not for home personal use, but for, say, beauticians that have their own beauty shop and they're constantly running it, 24 hours. So you want to make sure that you put the word commercial or put the word industrial in there if you're going to use it in industrial um, in that particular category. And that kind of helps you out when it comes down to that. So hopefully I answered your question on that. Alex says, thanks. Steve Everhart. What's up there, Steve? Steve, sales tax varies by county and state. Thank you very much, Steve, for pointing that out. There are certain, I think when you go in, and it's been a long time since I've went out there and changed my sales tax, but I believe when you change your sales tax, or when you go in there and put your sales tax number in there in your settings, it has three jurisdictions. It has the state, the county, and the city. And you have an option to check that. And once you check that, if you check the city, the state, and the county all together, then a city may charge, I don't know, a different sales tax as opposed to the county or the state itself. So keep an eye on that. I usually don't mess around with the city at all. I think I did was the state and the county, and that's it. And once I've done that, then everything seems to be the same. So, and that's probably the best way to do it anyway. So thanks for clarifying that, Steve. I appreciate it. You guys feel free to give me a thumbs up and smash that thumbs up. I really appreciate that. That helps my videos quite a bit. And let me get back to bestsellers. You know, I was talking about bestsellers. I was talking about looking at bestsellers, looking at the subcategories. It's very, very important that you do look at subcategories, because you are looking at products that are less competitive, and people kind of don't see that. You know, when they do a search, they'll do a search and they'll see the category there, but they don't really get into the subcategories. And when I talk about subcategories, I'm talking about, you know, it could be a main product, you know, like a stove, and then you go into, like, say, the parts themselves, and somebody's selling, I don't know, a thermostat for the stove itself. That could be a subcategory in the commercial department, so, or in appliances, or so forth. And those tend to sell extremely well. And you want to look at those too, and you want to look at the products that are on the first page, because you can pick a lot of good products that way. And then you back it up with product research, Jungle Scout, ASIN Inspector, and a few other programs out there that kind of help you with that. So, all right. Alex, Henry, I am personally doing research on finding a product to do private label. And meanwhile, my wife does arbitrage. What do you recommend for doing online arbitrage? Well, if you know me well enough, and you know, I have been selling wholesale, and I've been selling private label for a long time now. I started out retail arbitrage maybe 10 years ago. And I did a little bit of the drop shipping thing 11 and a half years ago. And that did not last very long. As I told my story, I had purchased a product, what I drop shipped, and I sold it for 1,100 bucks. And when I went to go get the product from the store, a real name brand, that product was discontinued. So I had to give the $1,100 back, and I really didn't. After that, I was like, no, I'm done with drop shipping. You know, even though it does sound inviting because you don't touch the product. Retail arbitrage. Look, I mean, there's many things that you can do retail arbitrage, and retail arbitrage is going to help you if you don't have a whole lot of money or what have you, and you want to start out like that. Sure, why not? But don't expect to make tons and tons of money from retail arbitrage, because you got to bust your ass out there and work and work and work, because it's exactly what it is. It's retail arbitrage. You are selling retail to retail. So when it comes to making good profits, well, good luck with that. I had my son, who was 15 at the time, went retail arbitrage and would go into Walmart and search through the $5 DVD bins. And I told him to use his scanner on his um, on his phone. So he had the Amazon app, and he would go in there and he would scan it, and he'd call me, and he did that on the weekends with his friends. And he would call me and say, "Hey, Dad, I need $200, to buy the products or what have you." And so, first question I would ask him is, well, how much is this DVD going for on Amazon? And he would say, well, this was going for $24 and 95 cents. And I was like, okay. And I go, how much can you get it for? And he goes, well, I can get it for $5, Dad. And so I said, start out with $100 and try to get $100 worth of DVDs. And that's what he did. And he did that, and he ended up selling and making quite a bit of money doing that. But he found out fairly quickly that it's a lot of work. You had to package it, you had to send it to your customers, and he wasn't. I didn't want to go out there and send the products in the FBA for him just because it was just one of this or one of that. So he did make quite a bit of money, but he knew just from what I've done in the past that we would go to a wholesaler here in Los Angeles, pick out pellets and pellets and pellets. And I'm talking, I became very good at it and was picking up 13, 14 pellets at a time, a tractor trailer full, drop it off at the warehouse, and then separate it and go through it. Still a lot of work, but I was making quite a bit more money doing wholesale. And then I just said, it's at this point, I'm going to go ahead and sell the business, which I sold the business and ended up taking that, going Amazon's FBA program and doing private label, and started selling private label, making quite a bit more money just doing private label. As a matter of fact, just yesterday, I ordered 1,600 units about a week ago, and yesterday 1,600 units arrived, and I'm sending those in today. So it's a lot of work when they do come in, but once you send it off to Amazon, it's a lot easier. So, but good luck to that. I mean, good luck to you there, Alex, and your wife. And I'm sure you can vouch that it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. Okay. Let me see. Chris says hi, and we got Osama bin Laden. All right. Hello. I don't even know if I should take this seriously or not, but with that name, but let's go for it. Okay. Hello. I'm 48-year-old man from Somalia. Sorry for my bad English. I sell my wife for internet connection. And I sell my wife for internet connections to watch your vids. I don't know about that one, but okay, great. Ed Sutherland, good evening. What's happening there, Ed? I appreciate you being on. So if you have a question, feel free to ask the question. Sorry for the blurriness. I'm trying to get this correct here. And it's kind of like fading in and out. All right. What's up there, Brenda? Brenda Soils. Hello, Henry. I'm ready for wholesale, but I don't know where to start searching for products. Please help me. Here's the thing. Brenda, I'm going to tell you like I tell everybody else. I have a package on my website, and I sell these packages. And my Amazon A to Z course, I put out a product every single month. On the first of the month, I tell you what product makes you money, makes me money. And I get that product and I present it to my members. Not all my members go and buy this, but there are some that do. And the some that do make quite a bit of money. Now, I could sit here till I'm blue in the face telling you where to go, where to buy, but it's totally up to you. I gave you a little hint earlier. Bestsellers, subcategories in the bestsellers, you can start off there and kind of do your homework with Jungle Scout, Ace and Inspector Pro, and seeing what those products are actually selling. You have to remember they are bestsellers for a reason. People don't even expect to go out there and have these things become bestsellers, but they are bestsellers and they're right there. So if you're looking at a subcategory with a product that is a bestseller in the subcategory and it's on the first page, well, it's on the first page. It's on the first page for a reason. And hopefully that helps you out. I mean, yeah, it's kind of tough. I mean, it is tough to go out there and try to look for these products and go from there. Excuse me, guys. Okay, sorry, didn't mean to sit there and drink, but my throat was a little dry. Canal America Uncut. What's happening, Henry? I am seriously interested in starting my own online business, starting from zero. Do you coach? Yeah, I coach. I want to flip my life before the end of this year. But I am skeptical with all these gurus out here. Well, good. I'm glad that you are skeptical. I'm just telling you right now that I also am. I mean, there are a lot of people out there that sell packages for outrageous amounts. Are you talking $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $7,000, $10,000? There's a guy that took my course, and he is on Facebook, and he does his private coaching for $10,000. $10,000, that's private coaching. I do private coaching, and I've been in this business for 11 years now. And I do private coaching at $500 for non-members for 2 hours. And I do it for my members $300 for 2 hours. When I talk about private coaching, I'm getting into your listing. I'm taking a look at your product. I'm telling you and I'm advising you, and I'm sitting there looking at this product and saying, this is how you're going to make more money. I have corporations that I do every single month, corporations, and I charge $3,000 if they're making $12,000 or more selling on Amazon. And most corporations are. And so I look at their products. I take a... Sorry about that, guys. I was saying that I have corporations that I do. I take a look at their corporations every single month. I have one corporation that's been with me for over a year now. $3,000 a month. Now, I don't charge that for individuals. I charge that for corporations because I know that they're making the money. If they're making $12,000 or more a month, then obviously they're making the money and I can go out there and help them. As far as individuals, I'm a little cheaper on that. And, you know, to sit there and badmouth another person who has their own course or what have you, you're not going to find me doing that. I'm just going to tell you that I try to make my course available, and I try to make my course affordable for everyone. I'm not here to try to sit here and gouge you for $3,000, $4,000, or upsell you or charge you every single month, because I don't need to do that. I make enough money as it is to where I want to make sure that you are comfortable when you purchase the course, and you're not going to be afraid that I'm going to sit there and upsell you on another course that's higher and higher and higher. I can tell you my highest course is under $1,000, which I keep it. I have people that have told me I should be charging $2,000 and $3,000 for the course, which I just find, no, I can't do that, because then I would take away from my roots of where I came from, how I busted my ass out there, and how I lived paycheck to paycheck 11 years ago. And so I don't want to do that, and I feel that it's unfair. And I give back. I give back by being on Monday nights and answering questions for you guys for free. Don't charge you anything. As you're going to find out, there are a lot of members that I have right now that are on this broadcast, and they'll put it in chat and they'll tell you how the course is. I'm not going to sit there and tell you in my course on how it is. I'm going to have my people that actually purchased the course that are doing it now. I'll let them tell you how the course is, and you can make a decision on your own whether you're going to purchase the course or not. Now, I do leave my phone number on every single one of my videos, even this one. It's right up on top, 626-225-3002. And, you can get a hold of me that way, and ask me a question if you like. And so if you do that, then, you have the satisfaction of the support of me coming out there and talking to you guys and letting you know any questions that you have. So hopefully that helps you out. So, and then I'm sure I'm going to get quite a few of the members, that will tell you about the course, or not tell you about it, but tell you how it is, and because they purchased it also. So, and hopefully that helps you. All right. Canal America Uncut again. Do you prefer FBA or Shopify? I cannot stand Shopify, period. Shopify, Canal, I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to try to be as honest as I can with you, okay? And when I say this, I'm not trying to knock down Shopify, not to try to knock down, any other platform out there. I'm going to tell you that I've made most of my money right here, okay? Doing what I'm doing. So I've tried Facebook ads. I've tried Shopify. And let me kind of explain this to you the best I can. Is when you use this platform, you have millions of people here that have their wallets wide open. Their credit cards are already inputted, right? So if I put my listing on Amazon, I'm going to have tons and tons of people that already go to Amazon. And I kind of use this analogy, and I kind of use this as Shopify, for example. People pay a monthly service charge on Shopify. They also pay a monthly service charge if they're doing, if they have a professional account on Amazon. Well, Shopify does not have millions of customers going to their website. You have to promote Shopify through different variations. Me, myself, I have an account that is 4.9 out of 5 stars, which is phenomenal. I don't have to promote my products. If I have a brand new product that I'm putting out, I could put that product out, and it'd be much easier for me to sell that product on Amazon than any other platform. I kind of explain it this way. People go to YouTube to watch videos. People go to Amazon to buy. People go to Facebook to socialize. So people advertise their Amazon products on Facebook. But I personally will advertise only on Amazon because people are going to Amazon to buy. So I would rather use their pay-per-click program, and it goes out to all their members. And when you do use their pay-per-click program, your product is going out to the Prime members, and so forth. So hopefully that helps you out. Okay, all right. Sorry for the cutoff, guys. I mean, I knew this was going to happen, but um, anyway, Steve says, please, okay, Steve says, please try to explain total advertising cost of sale using Jungle Scout. What number you say should be a minimum? Well, ad costs, you want to have 50%. I think it's 50%. 50%, you have 100%, and the higher the number on your ad cost of sales. So if you're doing a promotion for automatic campaigns, and you see, and we're going to use manual campaigns, for example. You're doing a manual campaign, and then you see your ad cost, your ACOS, at 180. You're actually losing money when you go out there and you are advertising. Now, you want to kind of keep that under 50% if you can. Ideally, that's where you want to go. I have ad cost that is at 32%. I have ad cost that is 17% on some keywords, and that's where you kind of have to kind of keep an eye on that. So anything under 50%, you're making money. Anything above that, then you're either breaking even at 100%, or anything above that, you are losing money. And it's real tricky, but there's a lot that goes into it. So good question, Steve. Appreciate that. Let me see. Using Jungle Scout, what number would you say would be the minimum? 50% there, Steve, for that. Eddie? Hola, Henry. Upon choosing the correct product to sell, do we choose as long as identical products is also selling on the top 10? Why not focus and compete with only one good, solid selling competitor? Well, you can, but what if you piss off that competitor? What if he files a complaint against you? What if he says that you shouldn't be selling his products? You don't want to do that. You want to spread your stuff. You spread your stuff around. You want to, sell a product here, sell a product there. And in my course, I show you how to find the competitor's best product of what they're selling. So you could use programs like ASIN Inspector, which gives you the quantity of products on hand from your competitor, which Jungle Scout doesn't do. And so I could look up that competitor and know exactly how much products he has left. And if he has very few left and he's going to run out of products, and that's a perfect opportunity for me to take advantage of that by knowing that information. And that's an ASIN Inspector program. And I have mine in the description where you can take a look at the ASIN Inspector Pro if you like. And I have that, asininspectorpro.com. And you could take a look at that. That's my affiliate link for ASIN Inspector. So I have an affiliate link, and I do make money off of Jungle Scout. I do make money off of ASIN Inspector Pro, but those are one of the two best out there that they have. I think ASIN Inspector Pro has they get into more detail, so they're more for the advanced sellers out there. Then you have Jungle Scout, which is a little easier. Then they have the different programs like JumpScent and a few other programs out there. So they're pretty good, and I have no complaints on them. So, and I do get a check every month for products that I do sell. Steve Everhart, Henry's A to Z course is the best. Appreciate that, Steve. Alex says, have you heard of JumpScent, a new division of Jungle Scout? If so, what's your take on them? Like I said, I'm an affiliate for Jungle Scout, and so JumpScent is good, but I do have a program that I use personally, and I do teach that in my course to how to get reviews and how to get reviews fairly quickly. And a lot of people will use programs out there to send them emails, which I think is totally wrong because you can get into a lot of trouble by harassing Amazon's customers. You got to think of yourself this way as you are a contractor for Amazon. And if Amazon catches you sending an email asking for reviews, uh, it could be, you could be in a world of hurt. So be really careful when you use these programs out there. Amazon does have their own, Amazon has their own program to where they will send notifications to the customers that have purchased your product and ask them to leave a review anyways. So they do have a program that does do that. And then there's other ways of getting reviews out there. There's the early reviewer program out there that you can use through Amazon. You have to pay $60 per ASIN, but you don't pay that until you actually get a review. And people use that to get reviews. If you have 5 reviews or less on a brand new product, then you'll be eligible for it. If you have 5, or I believe if you have more than 5, you won't be eligible for that program itself. So hopefully that helps you. Chris says, hey, Henry, the balance I have in my Seller Central back office on my computer is different from what I see on the Seller app for some days now. Have you? Yeah, I experienced it. Listen, the app is totally different. It gets updated differently than your Seller Central and your back office. So, for example, I go out there and I do tons and tons of merchant fulfilled, okay? So like today, if I did 45 merchant fulfilled units today, and I sent those all out today, tomorrow my total is going to be different as far as my sales are concerned, because on the app itself, it only takes into consideration Amazon's FBA. So you're sending your products in Amazon's FBA, but when you do merchant fulfilled, there's a delay on that. So it's not accurate. And that's probably what you're experiencing is inaccurate numbers. But I think this Wednesday, did I get paid last week? No. No, this Wednesday, you'll get another check at 5:30. They'll tell you what your sales were for the last 2 weeks, and then expect that in your checking account in 3 days after that. Usually on a Saturday, I get my big money. So I always look forward to Saturdays. Ed says, is that the best way to get reviews, pay-per-click, for the new seller on Amazon? No, pay-per-click is not for reviews, Ed. Pay-per-click is for finding your listing and putting you on the front page. So let's explain this a little bit. BSR ranking. Your BSR ranking, in other words, if you're selling 20 units a day of that product, your BSR ranking goes lower. Okay, you want to get it to number 1. Okay, you want to be on the number 1 spot on the first page. And it's if you are 20, if your BSR rank is below 20, you're on the first page. If it's above 20, you're on the second page, third page, fourth page, so on. So when you first sell a product, you could have a BSR ranking of 30,000. So that means you're on page 400 and something of that particular. And then all of a sudden, you start selling products. Well, the best way, sorry guys for the connection, but the best way for you guys to get your products to sell, especially if you have no reviews whatsoever, is to do pay-per-click. Amazon's pay-per-click, automatic campaigns, manual campaigns. That's what you want to do. So that's what that means. Is the pay-per-click is basically to push your product onto the first page. Now, if you do an automatic campaign and you are paying for that, what you're basically saying is, I'm taking this product that has no reviews, and instead of it being 30,000, I'm paying for it to be on the first page, up on top or right here on the side. Okay, as a sponsored ad. That's what they're called, sponsored ads. So that sponsored ads, if you look on Amazon, you're going to see something up on top and it says sponsored ad. That means that they're paying for it through Amazon's pay-per-click. That's an easy way to have your product be seen on the first page. And if somebody clicks on that, you get charged for it. You get charged for that particular keyword that it found you under, but it's a good way to sell products. And if you are in Amazon's FBA program and you send your products in, and you are doing private label, and you have no competition, your keywords and everything else are going to be a little bit cheaper because you have no competition. You have nobody competing up against you, to where you may start selling that product a little quicker than somebody who has tons of competition. For example, one of the worst categories to get into is electronics, I think, personally. So I'm going to use an iPhone case as an example. You will find that a keyword for iPhone is going to cost you $6.50 per click. Now, if I was selling a I don't know, industrial, say mechanic gloves, industrial mechanic gloves, right? Um, I may only be charged maybe something like 45 cents a click, because mechanical gloves is less competitive in keywords as opposed to iPhone. We know everybody has iPhones or Galaxies, right? When you are out there and you are looking, say, for example, mechanical gloves, well, mechanics are basically looking for those type of gloves, not everybody else. So the keywords are going to be a lot cheaper than iPhone or cell phone or anything else like that. You're going to be paying a lot more. So sometimes you don't want to get into those categories because you have hundreds of other people selling iPhone cases. You have very few people selling industrial mechanical gloves. And so, did I tell you something that was less competitive? Mechanical gloves? My bad. Gave you a free one. Enjoy. Look it up. You'll probably find out that those are actually, they may sell pretty good. Industrial mechanical gloves. How about another one? I'm gonna give you guys another one. I used to sell these, and I made tons and tons of money. When I tell you I made lots of money, I made lots of money selling these. And I stopped selling them because there was more people getting into them. I was selling safety glasses that were polarized. So when they were in, um, say they were doing work inside, well, it was clear. When they walked outside, they became darker. And safety glasses, you don't find those as much. Now you do. Now you find a lot of people selling those. But if you get the idea, it was something that I was selling those like gangbusters. And um, you know, so, but yeah, I mean, this is something that I did a long time ago, and I'm not afraid to sit here and tell you guys, what sells and what doesn't sell. If you ask me, I'm going to tell you. I'll give you my best advice and tell you, yeah, I'd stay away from that, or I wouldn't stay away from that, or yeah, it might be pretty good. I'm not, but my members are the ones that kind of get the cream of the crop, and because I look for products for them in my Amazon A to Z course anyway, so they're kind of doing the work for them every month, so they get the best of both worlds. All right, so uh, Sorry, guys. I'm kind of just going back on this because I lost connection. All right, Ed, I think we started off with Ed. Ed says, I did see an ad on eBay that reads, you keep the product, give me a review. Oh, okay. Well, that's eBay. I mean, that right there. Here's the difference between eBay and Amazon. I used to sell on eBay. 16,000 items I've sold on eBay, made lots of money off those particular items. You can do that on eBay. You cannot do that on Amazon. If you leave a review and you don't charge them anything, Amazon's new policy is we will not put that review up for you. If they find out that you are giving away products, if you're going out there and you're giving away products for reviews, that review will be taken down. And you might get a notification or a red flag in the back office saying, you've been warned. You do it again, you're kicked off of Amazon. That's how serious they are. I do not promote giving away products at all for a review because it's going to be taken down anyway. If you give out a discount, it is up to Amazon and their new policy now to either put that up or not put that up. I have a lot of members that have tried that now, and they tell me, why did my review get taken down? Well, it got taken down because of the brand new policy and procedures Amazon went ahead and put in front of them this year. And so I take that back. It was last year. It was June of last year. And they made these changes on people giving out discounts for reviews, and doesn't work anymore. And don't try it, because I don't want you to come to me and saying my account is now closed on Amazon because I didn't pay attention to the rules and regulations. Okay, but good question. I like that. Mission 31. What's up there, Mission 31? But first I want to say hello to Andre Bisick. Hold on, guys. Let me get damn, this phone is killing me right now. Let me see. Mission 31 says, hey, Henry, I want to know, in your course, do you have a payment plan program? No. The reason why I don't have a payment plan program is because people were ripping me off. And I will never do a payment plan program again, because they were out there paying for the service, and then they went ahead and took all the information they could and then didn't pay the rest through. And I think I was using PayPal at one point through that, and PayPal didn't honor that. So no, the answer to your question is no, absolutely not. You have to pay for it. I do have it to where if you want to pay for the smallest course and you want to upgrade, I give you I don't charge you the whole amount again. I just charge you the difference. Kind of make it fair for you on that. You do have to pay a small fee for the processor. If you want to do it that way and upgrade a little at a time, you can do that too. But I do not have a payment program. It's not worth it to me to keep that. And I have a lot of members that just come in and pay for the whole thing anyway. They just pay for it and then it's done. There's only a one-time charge, and that's it. I don't charge every month. I don't do any of that. So it should be affordable for you. Hopefully it is. If not, wait until it is and then come on in. And so there's no pressure here. Listen, I mean, I want you guys to succeed, get all the information you can, but at the same time, you know, I want you to feed your families too. So, yeah, I mean, if you could afford that, then I'd love to have you guys in. But if it's something that you have to make a decision, whether you're just barely making ends meet, I would rather you take care of your personal business first before you even come into this industry, because you're going to find out that it's a lot harder than what people think. And so the people that are charging $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for the courses, good luck. Try to get a hold of them. Try to call them. before you purchase their package. Try to do that. That will give you a sense of the support that they give. I have one person that had just came into Tech Daddy Videos, had just came in. She called me. I talked to her for a half an hour, and she told me that she paid $5,000 for a course, and she had to send them an email, and they got back to her 2 weeks later on the email. And then what they did in the email is they told her to go to the Facebook community page to get her questions answered. And I was just blown away by that, because it's this I could pick up the phone and answer the questions and answer all the questions within seconds and minutes, as opposed to sending somebody who paid $5,000. You pay me $5,000, I'll answer any question you want. Okay, with my years of experience, seriously. So that's why I don't charge that type of money when it comes to my training courses. I keep it reasonable, and I feel that that's the best way to do it. All right. Chris says, thank you. Canal says, Canal America Uncut. Thank you, Henry, for answering and for sharing your knowledge. I probably contact you on the number for future training. Yeah, no problem. That's fine. Whenever you're ready, Canal, let me know. If you're serious about this business, get in. I'm going to tell you right now, get in. That is a perfect opportunity for you guys to do that. See, I want to kind of explain something to you guys. Okay, I want to sit there and say, I want to say this. People will talk themselves out of any situation. The negative will come before the positive. And when I talk to my members, I always try to stay positive, because nothing negative is going to come out of this that good anyway. So I want to make sure that if you are serious about this business, you are serious about making money on Amazon. I've been doing this for 11 years. And I say, look, guys, here's my course. Here it is. Take it. The people who take it, they move ahead. The people who don't, they continue to search on YouTube. They continue to search on everywhere else. And then they get so much information that they're totally confused by the end of 2 months, 3 months. I've had one person that come to me and said, I've been watching you for 1.5 years and didn't purchase my course. And I said, look, you're wasting your time if you're going to sit there and ask me more questions and don't get into the course, because this is what I do. I teach you and I show you step by step by step. This is what you should be doing. I can sit there and say, here, guys, here's the water. It's up to you to drink it. If you don't want to drink it, fine. You're not going to gather the information that you need. And unfortunately, those are the ones that kind of just sit there and they don't make it on Amazon because they just don't know enough. They try. A lot of people try. A lot of people sit there and try to make it on Amazon and selling products and find out that they're wasting their money because they don't know how to do pay-per-click. They don't know how to go out there and negotiate with suppliers. They don't know how to buy the best products. They don't know how to go out there and look for the best products. They don't know when a product is saturated. They don't know when a product is sold by thousands of competitors. They don't know what category is a good category. I can keep going on and on and on. But the fact of the matter is, you need to know this before you even get onto Amazon. So, all right. I see. Hi, Henry. Does it matter if the search terms in my listing use capital letters or not? I see. That is the policy. The policy is every single first word in your title must be capitalized. Every first letter of the word must be capitalized. Okay? So for example, new cell phone case, right? The N in new must be capitalized. The C in cell phone must be capitalized. Every first letter in every word must be capitalized. That's their policy. And hopefully that helps. That's in my training too. Constant, what's up there? Constant, can we add an HTML template in the listing Amazon like eBay has? Yeah, you know what? When you go into the description, you can import it through HTML, and it should be able to convert that. Okay. All right, Eagle Eye, what's up there? Eagle Eye reports video. Hi, it says hello, Tech Daddy. Yeah, false infringement claims is on the rise, and Amazon simply shuts down the Asians with no proof. Have you had these, and what's your plan of action? Yeah, well, the false infringement claims is your competitor. That's basically who it is. Okay, so if you are using a competitor, or a competitor sees that you're trying to sell the exact same thing, they will try to do that. The best way to do that and to avoid that is get into brand registry and brand registry your product first. When you brand registry your product, nobody can tell you it's infringement, because Amazon already certified you, made sure that you were approved for it, and you're on their brand registry list. If you're not on the brand registry list, you can get hit with infringement rights all day long. And you're right, they shut things down and ask questions later. And so that's just the way Amazon works, unfortunately. All right, hopefully you guys are getting the information that you need. Feel free to smash that like button. I appreciate that. Chris says, get Henry's course, guys. You won't regret it. Trust me. Appreciate that, Chris. Constant says, and does Amazon has policies against inserted H2, H1, H3 HTML tags for the listing for SEO? No. In your search term reports, that's where kind of they look at in the search term reports. But no, heading 1, heading 2, 3, and so forth. Yeah, there's people that put the pictures in the descriptions through HTML. No, I mean, it's perfectly fine. If you have an issue with it, or if you have any problems, you can always call Amazon's catalog department, and they should be able to help you out there. But there's a lot of people that go to Fiverr and make their description, and they import it through HTML and do it that way. So, all right, guys. All right, appreciate it. Well, it's been going over an hour already, so I appreciate you guys coming on. Thank you guys for coming on once again. It's Monday night, and I'm going to probably be on. I don't know if I'm going to be on Tuesday or Wednesday, most likely Wednesday again, and kind of just show up and do a few things. For those of you that are interested in my course, feel free to take a look at it and sign up for it, because it is getting full. I'm getting a lot of people coming in. So, this is only going to help you. We are getting busier and busier and busier. So, just want you to know that Amazon is starting to pick up in your sales. You guys should be picking up in your sales. If you're not, then you're probably doing something wrong, picking the wrong product. I don't know. But if you need my help and you're one of my members, you need my help, feel free to give me a call. I will help you. If you're not a member, come on in, and I'll be more than happy to help you guys out the best I can. All right. I appreciate you guys coming on. And thank you very much, Steve. Stay well, Henry. Good night. I appreciate that. Ed Sutherland, thank you very much. Thank you, all you guys, for coming in and watching. You guys don't have to do it, but I appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up. Smash that thumbs up. I appreciate that. It helps my videos out. If you are not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. And once you hit that notification bell, it will let you know when I do come back on, and let you know when I'm on live. All right, guys. Thank you, Andre. Appreciate it. You guys have a good one. See you on the next video.